Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we've got the Golden Bachelor becoming the most-watched Bachelor in years. Since Matt James' season, Gerry Turner shows these young whippersnappers how it's done at 72 years young. I'm going to share with you guys a preview for tonight's episode, week 2 of Golden Bachelor, 8 p.m. East Coast. But I'm also going to share with you an article that states all of the success the show is actually having, which is truly amazing. I mean, it's everything the show could have hoped for, but if you remember, it's true. Back when Chris Harrison was the host, the speaker for all the powers that be over at The Bachelor, said audiences don't want to see an old guy. They don't want to see this, a flabby that, a ugly. He said all these different things. He said it was a fantasy. People just want to see this young thing, whatever. And it's like, sure, that's what we get with Bachelor in Paradise. We get these young idiots with 8 abs, getting bitten by crabs and other types. But here we have, the Golden Bachelor defying all the odds, and it hits a 3-year high for franchise with cross-platform viewing. So I'm going to share with you guys the heartwarming trailer for tonight's episode of Golden Bachelor. But first, let's just check this article out. The show sets a 3-day record for streaming views on an ABC show on Hulu, the network says. Now, whenever there's numbers involved with anything, whether it be polling or whether it be ratings or things like that, there's always ways to skew the numbers to make them look good. But there's no denying that the show has had about 3 years worth of losses. It keeps on going down the tubes, and rightfully so. There's a million other Netflix shows and other streaming shows out there that are different from The Bachelor, but now Golden Bachelor has a niche nobody's really done before, at least on a big platform like this, and that'd be dating in your elder years, shall we call it. After a solid showing for its initial broadcast, the Golden Bachelor continued gathering momentum in the subsequent days, enough to hit a 3-year high for the Bachelor franchise in total viewers. So it's kind of like a movie. If you have a movie that comes out, if it does well the first weekend of the box office, that's a good thing. But what really tells you the success of a movie is how it does the second week. Is there a big drop-off? Because a lot of times if a movie sucks, they rely on first week people to watch it the first weekend, and then when the ratings come out that it's no good and it's got bad Rotten Tomato scores, no one wants to see it. But when a movie's good, it gets legs, and those legs carry that movie for a long, long time. Will Golden Bachelor have a strong second week? My thought is so many people gave it good word of mouth, which of course is better advertising than anything you could pay for, which is your friends in the water cooler. Oh my gosh, you got to see Gerry Turner. Have you heard? Have you not watched Golden Bachelor? You don't want to be the idiot who's like, I haven't seen the show. Everyone wants to see it. So I think viewing might actually go up this season. And in most cases with The Bachelor and Bachelorette, it's a big initial opening night, then it dips, and then people tune back in for the finale. The September 28th premiere rose to 7.7 million viewers after 3 days of cross-platform viewing, a gain of 3.34 million viewers in almost 77% over its on-air tally of 4 million. The episode also more than tripled its adults 18 to 49 rating, rising from 0.62 for the initial broadcast to 1.9 after 3 days. That's a lot of numbers to say it's a smashing success. The total viewer count was the best 3-day total for any installment of the Bachelor franchise since a season 16 episode of The Bachelorette in November 2020. In the 18 to 49 demo, it's the best showing for the franchise since the After the Final Rose follow-up to season 26 of The Bachelor in March of 2022. Additionally, ABC says the premiere recorded the equivalent of 1.76 million complete showings on Hulu. The Golden Bachelor follows 72-year-old widower Gerry Turner as he seeks another chance at love from among a group of age-appropriate women. Like the rest of the Bachelor franchise, the show comes from Warner Brothers and Scripted Television in association with Warner Horizon. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to your trailers for tonight's episode of The Golden Bachelor. Have a watch.
The mansion. I cannot believe I'm actually here.
Holy Toledo. Oh, it's pink like Barbie.
There's bunk beds. Is this the closet space? How's this gonna work? Cause we've got 4 women, no drawers.
Do you like top or bottom?
Bottom.
Okay.
I can't climb up.
I'll go up.
Didn't want to be on top. I've had my knees replaced. That's a lot of climbing.
How many of you have to get up in the middle of the night to pee?
I won't.
She goes, I've had my knees replaced. That's a lot of climbing. Yeah, they got to get up in the middle of the night. They don't need, the hip to go out. Hey, their words, not mine. They this is the bunk beds are a young person's game. This is a youth hostel. This is not a senior bachelor situation.
Do it. I won't get out of bed.
Oh, I
during
will.
the
I
middle of
have
the
to,
night.
otherwise it's going to be an accident.
No.
At our stage in life, it's like we're so set in our ways.
I guess I get the bunk bed. That's all.
We're too old for that.
This is like big girl camp.
Big girl camp, and we can't wait to attend big girl camp. They're going to need some big girl diapers if they're stuck on the top bunk. Can you imagine that? Oh, boy. Let's go to Gerry. Oh, so Gerry's... Yeah, so they actually aired... they re-aired the season premiere after Dancing with the Stars, which is another great way and really shows that ABC believes in the show. And, of course, you know, due to the writer's strike and the Screen Actors Guild strike, there really isn't much scripted content to share. So they're going to pimp out this show as much as possible.
This is the very first one-on-one date with Teresa. I can't wait to know more about her.
So I wanted to tell you
Yes.
that I really felt like a connection to you the minute I saw you when I walked up. I like Gerry so much. I feel like we have so much in common. I want tonight to go well. I really want it to go well. I married my high school sweetheart. Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
I married my high school sweetheart, and we were married 42 years, and he passed away. Neither one of us thought this was going to happen. We thought we were going to live with our spouses for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. Teresa's story was so similar to mine. All of a sudden, my emotion about my loss, I didn't feel like breaking down and crying for once. I felt like we're back to hopefulness about the future.
It's almost like the Bachelor producers unearthed this gift, which was this amazing show, and it was up to them to not ruin it in the edit. And so far from the previews, it looks like they haven't ruined it. I know, I'm surprised. It's almost like they're archaeologists, and all they have to do is slowly remove this beautiful piece of art. But usually they, drill and they bust things up and they ruin it in the edit. But no, this is a prize, and this is a slice of Americana that is going to take the nation by storm. So he's got Teresa. She's 40 plus years married, and then of course her husband passes away. She says, I didn't think this would happen like this, and Gerry's in the same position. So talk about finding a friend for the last act, if you will. All right, let's go to Jesse Palmer.
Hey everybody.
Oh.
Buddy, so we're here at a cocktail party. Gerry's having a great time with all the ladies, and we're about to go wrap it up. So this is what we call the tink tink. And I know a lot of people out there probably think it's just really easy to do, but you really do have to practice. You know what they say, practice makes perfect. And always trying to find the right pitch. That's a little dead. You need more of like a ringing sound. I think we found it.
And that's why Chris Harrison sued to get paid, because there was better people out there to do his job. Oh boy, Jesse Palmer just crushing it. Okay, a couple more trailers.
Get ready for a night that none of us are ever gonna forget.
It's just not enough.
Buckle up.
My heart is pounding harder.
I hopefully fall in love.
It's been such a long time since I felt butterflies like this.
What more of a fairy tale could a guy live through?
All right, so they're going through all the classics there. One or two more trailers. Let's get into it.
What do you say to guys that have only known you a very short time that tell you you're a really sexy woman? It's a state of mind for you almost, isn't it?
It is, but I also am very sensitive, and I like to speak from my heart.
The Leslie that is on the outside isn't really the Leslie that's on the inside.
No,
You got that soft, gooey inside,
I do.
don't you? You've really clarified some things for me. you really have.
There's one more thing I need to clarify.
Only one?
Well, no, many. But if you ever want to whisper sweet nothings in my ear, I will be able to hear you.
Oh, my God. Leslie shows me that she has 2 hearing aids as well. And I thought that was really kind of darling. So if I whisper softly.
Now I can hear you.
Really?
Whoa.
Woo!
Yeah.
We're not going to say. That's for me to know.
There it is, folks. So she's got a hearing aid. They bond over the hearing aids they both have, and they can hear each other now. And very sweet. Let's see if there's any more trailers. I think that's it. Did that get us to all of the trailers? Is there anything else left? So okay, maybe this is our last one here. It says your wholesome new obsession awaits. Well worth the wait. E-News. The Golden Bachelor is already our favorite addition. This man is just too pure. Entertainment Weekly. How am I going to have a favorite out of all these amazing women? So yeah, people keep sharing all of the love. Could not have loved this first episode more. Gerry's speech after meeting all the women was actually the cutest thing. Fresh, invigorating, and incredibly hopeful. All right, so we can go on, and let's keep on going on. Here's Claire and Emma podcast, one of our favorites, telling us about their first episode. So if you're watching this, and again, they don't pay me to do this, they really should, but if you're watching my recaps and haven't quite caught on to Golden Bachelor yet, go check it out. Now, as you guys know, I'm in the Indian Ocean. I'm on the other side of the world. I don't have access to Hulu. I don't have a VPN or all that jazz. So when I get back to the States on Saturday, I'm going to binge the first few episodes and then give you guys my recap then. I am so excited. I will have my tissue box out ready to watch this show. But here's Claire and Emma describing what they thought after the initial scene took place.
I mean, from the opening moment where he's getting dressed and he puts on his hearing aid, and it was not a big deal. I mean, it was a big deal, but it was not a big deal. It was simply this very attractive, energetic man who you'd kind of like to get to know. And he, as part of everything else, he put on his hearing aid. I'm like, this is different. I'm a little disappointed because I do like snarking about this show. And I was watching it, waiting, with my pen. I can make this sarcastic comment when I go on and talk to them. There was no snark.
All right, so there you have it, folks. There's your full preview for tonight's episode of The Golden Bachelor, the most watched Bachelor in years. Are you watching? Let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to have more content for you on today's Bachelor Rush Hour podcast. And then tomorrow, if you don't see me on YouTube, it's going to be because I'm going to be traveling all day, but I will have a podcast episode out, so if you want to make sure you're sticking around for all of my content, again, that'll be at Bachelor Rush Hour, wherever you listen to podcasts. You'll get a fresh 30 minutes from me every afternoon for your rush hour drive home. All right, folks, have a good one. We'll talk to you later.